Hello friends, today in this session I am going to show you how to draw or how to make different styles of filler techniques. These techniques are majority used in bridal design. Again, this session is for beginners, those who are learning Mehndi, those who are at the beginner stage, and not for the professionals. So let us start. So first, in majority designs, if you have observed in bridal and many other designs, for this particular part, artists are used this kind of different techniques. So a very common technique is to make checks. This is also called mesh design. So first draw slanting line in right direction, then from each of this point 1 2 3 4 5 6 we are again going to draw diagonal line to the left direction. So this will create perfect square. So always start from this point, so it will make easy. I have also used this technique in many design in my creation. Okay, so diagonal lines or slanting lines we have prepared. Now next, some people do dots in the center of each square, and sometimes, if we have observed, dots are at the cross point at this cross stage. So in the half of part I am going to show you dots on this cross, and for the half of the section I am going to show you dots in each of this middle square. So press cone little bit more at this cross section. So this is how to put dots at cross section. Now in the other techniques, some people are putting dots in the center of each square like this. The base of this technique is same. First, draw diagonal lines in both direction or slanting lines. Then you can decorate this with the help of dot techniques in two ways. First, put dot at the cross section in the center part of cross section, and in the other technique we have used the center space of each square. So this is the most common technique from the last many years. People are doing this technique for the bridal design. Okay, now in the next I am going to show you how to make tiny flowers with this design. So first I am going to show you how to make tiny flowers with the help of diagonal lines. So let us first make diagonal lines as we have prepared in the previous one. Just maintain space little bit more than the previous one. Okay, now next I'm going to draw diagonal line to the left direction from each of this point 1, 2, 3 and 4. So starting from the first point, okay. Now in the half of section I'm going to show you how to make flower shape. So again, as we did in the previous case, we put dot at the center point of each cross, and in the second method we put dot in the center part of square. So similarly in this method, first time we are going to make flower with the help of center point of this cross or checks. So first press little bit more your henna cone and just stretch it. Again press and extend the dot. Put dot and extend in upward direction. So this is the first technique that we are going to apply in this method, and for the half of the section I am going to show you how to draw flower in the center of each square. So in that case, in the center of this square we are going to make flower like this. Just dot and extend in upward direction, put dot and just extend in the left direction. Okay, so let us fill it. So for the first half we are going to cover the checks, the cross point, so similarly just half of the space we are going to cover with this kind of flower. One more, we are going to cover it. Okay, so in the second method, half of the space we have covered with this technique. Now next we are going to use this technique for the rest of space. So in the middle part of each square just put 4 dots and now extend these dots in the middle section. Nowadays in modern Arabic style Mehndi also people are using these different techniques to cover the design. So this is the two different ways for the second method. This is the first method. In the first method we have used dots, and in the second method with the help of 4 dots we have used flowers in a different way. We have created flowers in a different way. So now next I'm going to show you other kind of flower. Okay, now in this let us revise first two. In the first two method we have prepared first diagonal lines in both direction, but in this technique, instead of starting with the diagonal lines, first we are going to make tiny flowers. Okay, now again parallel in this direction. For this you need to practice little bit more, because the size of each flower you have to maintain same. Okay, now next flower we are going to work. And then for the next row, draw flower between these two flowers of previous row. So similarly prepared number of rows according to the space. Now next techniques to join these flowers. Just make half of flower to complete the look of this design. Now here also for the third row, now this third row is the half row, again like this. It is somehow time consuming process compared with the previous two method, but it looks elegant. So now let us fill this. Okay, so just observe the position of each flower. Now next connect all this flower in a diagonal way. So let us first connect these flowers. Now connect this one. Similarly connect, draw this line, then draw this line, again connect this one. So similarly you can connect each of this. Now next put dot in the center of each square to make it more attractive and okay. Okay, now in the next I'm going to show you again the same filler techniques. So let us first draw diagonal lines. Now in this technique some people are working with the left side diagonal line. Now after completing with this diagonal line to the right direction, first cover with this tiny design. cover all these lines with this design. You can also work for the left sided diagonal lines according to your comfortness. Okay, so now I'm going to draw left sided diagonal lines from each of these points. Now this looks somehow different. Now put dots in the center of each design. Okay, now in the next design, again first draw 2 lines, then again 2 lines. Now in this method I am going to draw 2 parallel lines in each direction, like this. So you have to maintain the minimum distance between these 2 lines. Like this. Just keep minimum distance between these 2 lines. Again 2 lines, for the left sided diagonal face. Just keep the minimum distance as you can maintain. Now again, this is the base for this method. Now again there are 2 techniques to fill this. So first part is between each of this cross section. You can put 4 dots from each corner, and the second technique is between each of cross section you can put dot in the center part, and the other way that you can fill this is to use square of each square section. So in the square section you can put dot. If you don't like dot, then other way also you can fill this. So for that, in nowadays majority artists are using filler technique like this. So in this base you can fill in 4 ways. First, put dot at each corner of this cross section. Second, technique is to put big dot at the center part of this cross section. Then the other technique is put dot in the middle part of this each square, and the other technique is just fill each of this square completely. So let us put one by one. So first I am going to show you this technique. So just put dot from each of this section, cross section. Now next is to put dot in the middle part like this. Then the next is to put dot in the middle of each square like this. And the fourth way in this method is to fill each square like this. So you can use any technique in this method. Okay, now next I am going to show you how to draw leaf in this method. So first draw slanting line. Now if you have observed, I have kept maximum distance between each of these two parallel lines. Now next I am going to draw tiny leaves. See, in this, if you are not comfortable with directly, just put dot and extend it towards the line. Again put dot and extend this dot towards the lines. So just repeat this. Okay, now one diagonal lines we have completed. Now in the next one we are just going to create or just cover the hidden lines. Now in the next method now in this method the leaf design, see this is the filler techniques. Now with the help of negative space technique we are going to work for the leaf design. just put the rest of this area. And just draw thick lines. Now in the last section I'm going to show you now. In this method we are going to draw 3 parallel lines in each direction. So 1, 2 and 3. Again draw 3 parallel lines, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. Draw 1 line, 2. Now similarly just work for the other direction. 3 lines, 3 parallel lines, keep minimum distance. So 3 parallel lines we have completed. Now next is to fill each square. This is the most recently used technique in this design. You can find this technique in different of my design collection. These are the basic techniques. According to your creation, you can make different ways to fill. So these are some methods, basic methods that you can apply in bridal or Arabic henna mehndi design. So thank you for watching and subscribe my YouTube channel for more such creative and different ideas with easy techniques.